How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Because you're not about to admit it. It's 12 noon. I hope you had your lunch or your breakfast, whatever you planned on eating, because I don't think you're going to want to eat anything after this. And happy Mother's Day to the real mothers. I wish I had a real mom still around. She wasn't that good of a mother, so I had to take care of her. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into our wonderful case today. The case of China Arnold, otherwise known as the microwave mom. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, microwave mom? What in the hell are we talking about here? We're talking about exactly what you think. Exactly what you think. Child. A child. Put in a microwave. You wonder to yourself, right? Like, why would someone put a child in a microwave? That's some pretty fucked up shit to do, right? Like, yeah, it is some fucked up shit to do. But it happened. So let's get into exactly why it happened, shall we? Let's start here. Now, let's just tell you who this China Arnold is, real quick. At least what I was able to gather. She was born March 29th, 1980. American woman. Convicted for murdering her 28-day-old daughter by cooking her in a microwave. She was convicted, sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, mind you, folks, she had other children. How this thing was allowed to reproduce as many times as it has is beyond me. We need licenses to drive, but some really need a license to reproduce. But I digress. On August 30th, 2005, when China Arnold and her children lived with her boyfriend, Terrell Talley, in a housing complex in Dayton, Ohio, there was an argument over Paris's paternity. They got into a fight, and her anger turned into violence, after which 28-day baby Paris Talley was placed in a microwave oven for 2 to 3 minutes. She then removed the baby and put her on the table. She died within seconds. Seconds! Due to the heat. Medical experts said the baby died after her temperature reached 107 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. No external burns, but she had some high heat internal injuries. Basically, folks, she cooked her from the inside. Now, I don't know if anybody quite understands just what happens to you when you're microwaved. You're probably just thinking, oh, it burns. Oh yeah, it does burn. But it's the way it burns. The suffering that poor 28-day-old baby went through for those few minutes, actually seconds, is something I don't think anyone would ever want to feel. Let me just tell you what it does. Let's look this up here. Microwave burns. Exposure to frequencies common in domestic and industrial sources rarely leads to significant skin damage. In such cases, the damage tends to be limited to upper limbs. Significant injury with arrhythmia, blisters, pain, nerve damage, and tissue necrosis can occur even with exposures as short as 2 to 3 seconds. That child was in there for 2 minutes. Due to the deep penetration of these frequencies, the skin may be minimally affected and show no signs of damage, while muscles, nerves, and blood vessels may be significantly damaged. Sensory nerves are particularly sensitive to such damage. Cases of persistent neuritis and compression neuropathy were reported after significant microwave exposures, but we're not talking about exposure. No. She put her in the microwave and then closed it. And then she pressed buttons and then she pressed start with her child, a defenseless 28-day-old baby, inside cooking. And then she removed its cooked body and set it on a kitchen table as if it was a meal to be served. I tell you, there's just something about this one that makes me all tingly inside. Now that we know exactly what it does to the skin, well, the eyeballs are also very sensitive. In some cases, they can explode. Now, whether or not one is alive when this happens, well, I imagine not, but I imagine the pain leading up to something is something one would feel. And that 28-day-old child felt every bit of it in those nerves. Oh, so terrible. Now let me finish off with what this wonderful mother did. Now, after the child was dead and laid on the table, they found this child cold and stiff with a few burn marks on her body the next day, as if she didn't know what she had done. They took her to the hospital. This bitch puts the child in a fucking microwave, puts the microwave baby on the table, leaves it there overnight, comes down and acts like she has no idea what's wrong with the baby, and brings it to the hospital. Oh, God, I love it. Of course, though, it was found out what she did. And the reason behind it was, he might have cheated on her. Actually, he admitted to cheating on her with the next door neighbor. But what some say is that the child wasn't his, and she was afraid that he was going to find out. So rather than be a responsible adult, she did the more responsible depraved thing, which was to remove the baby from the situation. No baby, no problem. Well, she was sentenced to life. No possibility of parole. They had several trials and each one came out the same. Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed our little dive into the depravity of mothers. We still have 2 more weeks of this, and I've got some mothers lined up for you that'll make you so happy that your mom just slapped you around every now and then, maybe beat your ass. Until next time, folks.